Hey all and welcome back for another HellfireComms Patreon Quick Look. Today we're checking out Dragon's Dogma, Arisen, however you pronounce it, for the PlayStation 4. This was commissioned by Lokivex, and I believe this is just merely an updated version of the original Dragon's Dogma for modern consoles with a bit of extra content and pep, is that right, Tanner?
Yeah, it's a Capcom game. They love their re-releases. Though there is one thing that people are really sad about. The original Dragon's Dogma had a stupid J-pop opening that is, like, amazing. And when this game got rid of it, people were actually really sad because it is so cheesy. To which people say, hey, just a warning, if you're gonna play this game, listen to the J-pop first.
Well, I haven't actually even heard of such a thing, so this is cursed lost content to me.
So essentially, this came out before the Souls games were a big thing, but it is kind of similar, though mixed in with Devil May Cry and Monster Hunter.
Interesting. Got my lantern, yes. Use. I'm playing video games. Video games are confirmed. So you got yourself a little bit of The Witcher in here, maybe a bit of the Dark Souls, as it were.
Yeah, it is definitely way more stylish than those ones. It is, a bit more fun and fanciful than the others, though it definitely, looking at it now, it fits in with that idea.
Examined. Okay. Sword is not mine to take. What weapons do I have? I have a big sword slash and a heavy. Oh, my friend is doing the same thing that I do. He's like my stand.
Well, that's called a pawn, and the pawn system is really well liked about this game. They'll probably explain it a bit later, but it's a really neat system that kind of goes with that asynchronous online gameplay that, again, later Dark Souls would play around with a bit more.
Oh, Lord have mercy. That is a big lad.
He's a large one.
Should we run? No. Yeah, let's fucking run. Go. Go, go, go.
Yeah, it's, we're not ready to face the Dogma of the Dragon just yet.
Yeah. There's a level of jank to this that I'm currently appreciating.
That's one thing I've heard about it. The other thing that's really popular is apparently on the PC version, it had official Berserk collaboration gear.
Oh, wow.
So a lot of people liked playing, with all the stuff from Guts' world.
Now, I don't actually have PS Plus right now, so sadly, we're not going to be playing online, can't send our pawns up that way, but we can get new ones, such as Archer Girl and Blaster Lass over here.
A little bit older than a lass, if you ask me.
Look, okay, I'm trying to keep it neutral. I'm trying to be respectful and whatnot.
And of course, her name is Morgana.
Looking good, Joker.
The cool thing about the system, though, is, of course, this does have a, a Switch port, so you can play portably with no internet, and you can get computer-designed ones as well.
All these goblins just remind me that we have a quick look of sticks to do next, Tanner.
Yep. That one's gonna be, interesting, I think.
I need to cut my teeth on some stealth every now and then just to keep me fresh.
You can throw targets? That's pretty fun.
What's this block that I've heard of in legend? I know of no such things. A warrior does not need to block. Come, peasants.
Stay ever ready as we advance. Very well.
Now, I haven't even, seen anyone LP this game, so I don't really know where we're going to stop here. Maybe the dragon will be killed at the 40-minute mark, making it perfect. Or maybe a fucking griffin will come in. That looked like a chimera to me, I don't know about you.
I think it might be a chimera.
Okay, that dash came out a little bit quicker than I was expecting.
Yeah, as you can see, unlike Dark Souls, it kind of is a bit quick of a game. It's not one that is about, the slow combat, especially, just for reference, there is literally a class that you get called the Strider, which makes you play like Strider from Strider, so it's a little bit quicker.
Come on. Take him out. I'm just gonna block here. Are they done? Can't actually tell. Okay, Morgana's voice sounded like a young lass, so I'm just saying, Tanner, don't judge people by the looks.
Maybe the ye olde Middle Ages just doesn't do well on the complexion.
On solid ground, the advantage is ours.
Shall we run? Ah, there we go.
So yeah, this was created by the current Devil May Cry director there, and he apparently, when Capcom approached him to make Devil May Cry, the 5 there, he said, "I'll do it on one condition." That condition is not really known. People think it'll be a new Dragon's Dogma because he's said, "I want to make a new Dragon's Dogma. Capcom, let me make a new one."
Nice.
So people think that's what's coming, and the fact that this happened to get a re-release right around time that Devil May Cry 5 started, really popping off with its production, we think there might be a new one coming out sometime soon.
It's always nice when people who enjoy a series get their own thing. Oh, there's bastard birds. Take them. You will not have me. Yikes. Yes, over here, you bastards.
The shields glow quite a bit. I feel like there's a lot of glowing weapons in this so far. I kind of like it. It's cool.
If you tried to fire like this in a Dark Souls game, you would probably be dead on the other side of that clash.
Oh yeah, and as far as I'm aware, this doesn't have the crushing difficulty of Dark Souls. It's still difficult, as in it's, not a pushover sort of game, but it is definitely more along the side of you play it for the fun and, stats and leveling up and stuff. Mind you, I'm only speaking from what I've heard, not played, so I could entirely be wrong, and the comments will tell me if so.
Okay, so left to right is help. Good stuff.
This way, sir.
Haven't really figured out what a lock-on is yet. If it said it, whoopsie-doodle, it's gone in one eye and out the other.
Yeah, I have not seen it if there is one. I'm betting, though, if we're gonna fight a manticore or chimera sort of thing, they'll probably teach it to help us lock on to one of its heads.
One can only hope, mate.
Our army is routed.
And when in doubt, click in the stick. That's what I always say.
That just centers the camera.
Oh, never mind.
The other stick is you click it and you run. I prefer a button for running, personally.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, that was a little bit weird. Oh, that's cuddly. Oh well. See ya, Palotti.
Or like Paleo diet, because he's been eaten.
More like Pagani.
Oh, you got it.
Attack! Ah! Maybe I should take my own advice. Oh. Guy's down. It's okay, it's temporary.
Oh, you can climb onto monsters. Interesting. That would later go into be in Monster Hunter 2.
What, Monster Hunter 2, or as in also in Monster Hunter? Okay.
Also. Yeah, the climbing on monsters was added in World, which I think I remember now people saying, "Oh, you mean like Dragon's Dogma?" And it's like, well, I guess.
Shield up. Nope. Can't tap me. No! My mage! Mine! I helped there, you see? I was helping. Easy does it now, Tom. It's a very nice looking creature, I'll give it that.
Yeah, it's a cool looking, it's funny because I was literally just playing a game where I was fighting a manticore, except it had all 3 of its heads facing forwards, instead of this one where it's like, looks like a goat riding a, a lion with a Snake just chilling in the back.
I like how you can tell there's like 2 more phases coming because of the little dots.
Yeah, the dots are quite nice.
He's down. Oh, Snake's gone as well.
Oh right, another thing that this game does have is a lot of the bosses have like damage where you take out certain points, and so by destroying one point, you can then make it easier. You know, if you focus on the tail, then as the tail comes off, you can then, you know, fight its body. So different points there. There's some big creatures, if I recall, and each of them have different weak points and all that.
Very cinematic sort of thing.
Yeah, so this was a PS3 era game. This being an updated re-release for it. But I could see this, you know, being, if this is, you know, like what it was on the original, people being like, wow, this is a neat sort of, you know, cinematic thing. Because they really weren't going for the cinematic at that era. It was the more of the PS4 era that really was like, hey, let's make games into movies.
Yikes. Thank you. Man, what's your name? I'll just call you Sal for now. He is going in.
Well, he is your pawn, and from what I can tell, your like pawn stays with you the entire game and is pretty much the one that, you know, you really focus on, because you can increase your skills, you know, a decent amount, but your partner's skill is the one that you really wanna practice with.
Goodbye, goat.
Alright, we just got the lion left.
Like crazy triumphant music playing there. There's a game where that happens, when an enemy is nearly felled. It will come to me. I remember praising it a lot.
Would it be like Shadow of the Colossus does that?
No. But Shadow of the Colossus is great. Still need to play the PS4 update.
Well, if you played the original, you kind of played the PS4 version.
I know.
Hey, mission successful.
This was actually its home. You know, we were the home invaders here.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. It was just protecting its babies.
Now choose, flee, or step forward.
Is that you, Dragon?
Take hold of what lies beyond.
Oh, Elden Ring. Oh.
Yeah, I guess we got an early copy of that.
Haven't heard a fucking thing since that trailer.
Nope. That's how it be. Japanese game development. It's like, what? You want updates? No, shut up. We're gonna make it so you don't hear anything.
We'll see you in a few years, don't worry about it. That's coming more and more true as this pandemic continues.
Yep.
Oh, Lord. What do you think about Jeff Keighley's, like, Summer of Gaming thing?
I look forward to it when it happens. Hey, French, I can read this. Never mind, I can't. That's a little bit too much.
It's translated at the bottom, mate. It's fine.
It's quite good, because otherwise I would get I got about half of that.
Oh, God, birds. Yeah, this is a port of video game hell, right here. It's me, Dragon's Dogma. I'm assuming there's a character called Dragon's Dogma in the game.
Well, dogma is like your, like, religious belief.
I
so
know.
I think it's more about, I don't know. Maybe the dragon's gonna appear and be like, everyone praise Jesus.
Ah, Jesus needs to be praised. That's why I'm here. You never hear about that in the Bible, you know? Yeah, Jesus goes about tipping over the stalls and whatnot, and then unleashes his level 50 dragon.
No, for real. As someone who's been in Catholic school his whole life, there are a surprising number of dragons in the Bible. You would be surprised.
Well, maybe I need to read up on this.
Jesus fights a world, like a water dragon that goes around the world twice in length, the Leviathan, with a sword. It's kind of rad.
Isn't that just the world serpent from Norse mythology?
It is, isn't it? It's almost like almost all religions kind of follow the same basic narrative and only have slight deviations.
That's what you call a monomyth. Thank you, Richie, for that $10 word.
Oh, that's cool.
Let's see. View poses. Yeah. I don't have to go to bed till 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Level up 910.
I call this one the walk animation. Yeah. I'm good for gaming, I guess. Thank you. Yeah, we'll go with male. Let's see. Invalid characters will be changed to stars. Gonna have to do it again. Could put a space in, make it medieval. Tatanur.
No, you gotta put in a, put in the apostrophe. Oh, see if my name is actually in here, though. Please, I gotta know. Cause, you know, ever since I've looked at all those, like, you know, get your name on a license plate, they never have Tanner. I literally saw Saber there, though, under S, and that made me very happy.
Tanin. I'm gonna call you Tanin from now on.
Hey, sure.
Terry's here. Give it up for Terry. What?
Tetsuquatl. That's one of the ancient gods from Mexico.
Fuck yeah. You can't go wrong with a common name like Thomas, man. Tom is also there. You know what? Best of both worlds.
We are both combined.
Let's see. Who do we want to go with?
Starting with the base.
That's just Dunban.
That is just Dunban.
Little boy! Let's be the little boy!
Wow, we can be an actual child in this. That's amazing.
Literally our fusion right there.
You're not really wrong.
Man, I don't know who to pick, honestly. Fuck it, let's go with... When in doubt... This guy. Good enough. Yes, I'm ready to play. No clothes from me. I go out into the world, as I was born, wearing underpants.
There was no way we could have read that in time. Curse you, faster loading times on new generation consoles.
It's like, I was watching, this is going a ways back now, but Steam Train play, I think, Leisure Suit Larry 6, and the fact that they're playing like an old DOS game or whatever on a newer computer means some animations take a little bit longer to play out just because it's so fast that the memory gets loaded like that. And then came the dragon and burnt Game of Thrones Season 8 to the ground. Everyone was happy. Not sure about this character model upon seeing it in-game.
Very luscious lips for medieval times.
The dragon's return is nigh. Join the honorable duke's ranks and help us.
Look at all those apostrophes.
Please help us, we're missing letters here. It must be America. They get rid of the U's. You look so 6th gen. Oh, fuck. Oh? What? Where is he then? Come on, you fucking dragon slag. Oh, Jesus.
It's the dragon!
Yeah, this is a Capcom game, alright.
Yeah, you can tell literally just by how the character moved there. They have such a... Well, I do think that they share a lot of their stuff because it all works on the same engine, the M2 framework, which they're known for. So I literally think a lot of these animations are straight from, you know, all their sort of different projects.
Yeah.
I mean, that looks like a Rathalos in its movement.
Oh my god, you're not wrong. Now keep in mind, I'm not saying it looks bad or jank, I'm just saying I know Capcom animations when I see them.
Yeah, no, like it absolutely, you look at this and you're like, yeah, like this is moving like a monster from Monster Hunter.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, we were gonna, like, rebuild the dock elsewhere, but this just saves us a job.
Yep, don't have to pay, you know, the 100,000 bells to move that one. Hey, hey.
Oh, Jesus, where's my sword at? There it is. I'm gonna kill that dragon for putting water on me. I wasn't due a bath until 3 months from now.
You know, I'm not feeling really like we're ready to take on a dragon just yet.
Oh, pish posh, look at it. It literally looks like if Satan were a dragon.
You're not wrong.
I'm ready.
Are you? Are you ready?
Come here, you bastard.
He is a big one for sure.
You can't get me back here. It's okay. Very clearly a cutscene battle.
Yes. Very clearly ready to be chomped up, spit out, and reawaken as the Dark Arisen?
Well, Arisen is a name, going by what we were doing during the Chimera fight. Huh, interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna go now. A single sword in my palm. That's enough for me.
It's like a paper cut. You know, sometimes you get a paper cut and you're like, this hurts more than if I got punched in the face because it is a mild annoyance.
Oh, let's talk in dragon speak to me. If it has to make a pact, something to do with hearts, just say no. Dragons, Oh, God!
Oof. That hurts. It's not very nice.
Yeah, I'll be taking that.
Oh, hey. What did you say about the heart?
I did not expect that. I have not seen a single cutscene in this game.
I like the juicy part.
I noticed you're not subtitling this game. No, please, give heart back. Nope, it's mine now.
Cherry.
Imagine if everyone's heart was a different flavour.
Oh man, that would lead to a whole other thing in Japanese games of putting on the character menu, because, you know, they're always about blood type.
Yeah.
They'd next up be like, well, what's your heart flavor? Because, you know, you gotta get the compatible heart flavor.
If Animal Crossing was for a slightly older demographic, if you looked at your passport and said, oh, oranges, that's your native fruit? No, that's just the flavour of my heart.
Help me! He's still alive!
How?
Magic with a CK.
Also, we have a vocal track playing right now. I had a really weird dream that, like, a dragon ate my heart, but I'm still alive.
I just bought this shirt. Come on. And we only get like $5 peasant a month.
Still pretty good, overall. Okay, so it's canonically pronounced Arisen, as in, oh, he's chosen undead.
Yep.
Sorry, yeah, the gears were whirring and it just like suddenly went click click. Oh my god! Comparisons abound. A sword just for little old me.
A sword or a very big stick?
It's okay. I'll take them all. And infinitely more. Ah, hello.
What? Why is this happening?
Can you look at me while I talk to you, please?
I think he's gravely injured.
That's no excuse. Your vocation determines your basic attributes, will to build equipment, and skills. What do you feel like, Tanner? Control me.
Strider.
Alright, mate, you got it.
Because I am a big fan of the word Strider.
You can equip yourself with a primary and a secondary weapon. Swords and daggers are primary, secondary is bows and such. Okay.
Strider, basically thief or ninja. So we got, you know, range stuff. We got all that fun stuff.
Rusted daggers, rusted bow.
I mean, the bow being rusty should actually not change its effectiveness whatsoever.
Right, so how do I activate the bow?
It says you use it like a shield.
Ah. Yeah, there you go. I'll not waste any arrows.
Similar to, like, Monster Hunter there, where it turns it into a bit of a shooter type.
That was a fucking asset from Resident Evil, most likely.
Oh, yeah, I was just gonna say. Look, because the M2 framework is what they used to make Resident Evil 4 through 6, so you'll see a little bit of them here and there.
A little bit of this and that. That's because it's not in there, lass. Don't you remember your basic training? God, you know, if I died and came back, and every time I touched my mortal wound, the guy was like, come face me, I think I'd just, like, stay in bed.
Though the fact that it glows when you do that means you never have to, you know, worry about a flashlight ever again. You know, you're looking for something under your bed, you're just like, oh, I can't find it. Time for the glow chest.
If you would seek me. Ah, there we go. There's my Beyblade. Your hair looks like a garbage bag, my lady.
It's the style of the time, you know.
Defeating foes like this wench and completing quests like defeating this wench earns you experience. Bring up the option, the pause menu, check your attributes, okay.
It's a video game.
We have no active quests. Cool. What do you want?
You should be abed. I wish you would not strain yourself so.
Ye old English. La-di-da.
I am worried.
I never heard the word abed. Also, is she our cousin?
I don't know.
Because she said cuz, and either, you know, we're her cousin, or we're in that sort of community where everyone refers to each other as cousin, which gets a bit weird when you start to have to worry about relationships.
Look, alright. Lilo and Stitch was groundbreaking for its time.
But it's the worst Disney movie because reasons. Check my Twitter thread.
Don't start with me. I'm enjoying myself right now. That is the most, like, old-fashioned passive-aggressive way of saying you can't use this right now. Had you an empty flask, you might fill it here, but you don't, so fuck off.
Now, you can grab them. I wonder if you can grab them and just throw them around, even though, you know, that would be wasteful.
I'll take the box instead.
That's a video game thing.
Fuck a box. What we got in here? Ooh. Mine.
Ooh, a Seeker's token. Well, looks like it's been seeked out.
You right over there, Tan? Are you doing well?
I'm trying my hardest to come up with interesting commentary for, you know, what is essentially, from this point right now, every RPG ever.
I like the look of this town. I don't know, I just like seaside towns, what can I say?
It's always nice. I love the GameCube era where everything was like, yo, but put it by the ocean. That was the best. I loved it.
Heartless, no doubt. One-on-one combat, perhaps? You finally going to teach me how to lock on? Are you an invader? Oh.
I was really worried for a second he was going to be wearing blackface.
Hail, fellow, well met. Okay, so I guess he got stabbity-stabbed by the dragon as well.
That man you are speaking with, he's of the Pawn Legion.
Okay, didn't ask you, but thanks for the clarification.
Ah, he's one of the pawns.
Just appear without a warning. They are a strange lot.
Yes, strange place known as Owned Line.
They lack the will, the spark. They have no capacity to feel nor act alone, so they live as sellswords. Myrmidons, they're called.
NPCs, the ancients called them.
No one knows what it stands for.
Nary a thought in their head, but they will do what they need to do.
I'd wager A fair number of his kind will
They sure love that website called Twitter, though.
Oh, stop getting a bit too on the nose here. You gotta leave wiggle room.
Before leaving, visit the store to make sure.
Available quest changes as you progress through the game. People with red icons are relevant. Talk to them and them alone. Da-da-da, da-da-da. You got it. You got it? Cool. Hello there. I've got to visit the store first. Is this the store? This is the barn.
Those are some large pigs.
That pawn will be looking to head west to the encampment, no doubt.
I have nothing to gift currently. Darn it, I knew I should have saved that box.
Just bring them an entire wooden crate.
What's up here like? Is the store up here?
Be a very inconvenient place for a store, but hey, maybe there's some other stuff up here.
There was a button to mount. I'm going to make good use of that.
Woohoo. This isn't The Witcher, silly.
Can I go out the window? Oh. Rock, that's mine to climb.
No, don't mount Rook!
I will do whatever I please. I am the leader here.
Ah, looks like he picked up a flask of oil for you, as he had his own bottle.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. We could leave at any time. Fuck a store.
There's no shame. VG advisor.
Yeah, that's going right on there after we're done tonight.
To the encampment. This path should see us there.
Ah, yes, thank you. A very straight, narrow path that will lead me to a quest I can do and then end. Okay, yeah, good. Feels really weird having like a good loader and then going back to square one, but I suppose that's just action games for you.
You know, it's the Metroidvania sort of thing that they love to do, where it's like, hey, here's what you can be if you play a bit longer. Because, you know, most gamers drop off of a game in the first little bit there. Now, mind you, actually, now that I think about it, it having no lock-on is actually quite similar then to Monster Hunter, because Monster Hunter famously has no lock-on.
Yeah, I can see that. Wow, I need better items.
So you do have different skills. When you were firing your arrow, there was a threefold shot there that you could do. So who knows? Maybe you can get some cool abilities later on.
Come on. Oh yeah, much better.
Take my fire!
You good? He's gone. Good.
And lo, it become a third-person shooter.
Yeah, that's Capcom for you. Try gaining levels or just get good. Thanks. I think it's Dragon's Dogma.
That's a very general tip for every video game ever.
I'm called Reynard, a traveling salesman, though those damnable beasts ruined my wares. But thanks to you, it was only wares I lost. I'll consider it a bargain. You have my thanks.
I would prefer thanks in terms of monetary value.
Yeah, or I guess a cape. That works too.
What is that? Seeker's token. Let's see, we've got a plebeian shirt.
That's a good word.
A set of fisherman's tatters. I will put on my leather cape.
Looks like everything has a weight value to it, though. So while you can be nice and, you know, defensive, it might make you a bit slower in the combat.
No, you don't need this. There. Is it on me now? Equipment. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Oh, I see. You have to move it and then you equip it.
Okay.
There we go.
Are the fisherman tatters better for you?
I don't know. I don't know. It's not anything I need to worry about right now. Oh, hello. Come.
This road will have a
This
speed
pot is my new pawn.
I will chuck it. I will throw it. This is a really nice environment, I gotta
the
say.
enemy proved too powerful. There is no shame in fleeing.
Ooh. Now that's a destination and no mistake.
I mean, the big red circle on the minimap does, tell quite the story.
Yes. Yes, I'm still carrying the pot. The comedic value has long since ebbed, but I'm still carrying it.
And yet, if you keep going, it'll get even funnier.
Put it down. Hello? Plebeian here.
Plebeian in clothing only, for my heart doth not beat.
There are like 50 people talking to me at once, dude. Where you going, Rook?
Hey, Master. Follow me.
Okay, well, we'll just follow him, I guess.
It must be near.
He's like, I know the way, but where are we going? We're just kind of following you.
Yeah. Thought you were the pawn? Guess not.
Ah, that's the twist.
Yeah, don't mind me.
Well met, Arisen. Can you hear our voice?
The stone's talking to me!
We speak to you from across great distance. The Pawn Legion has awaited you.
Can you imagine just like a whole legion of people who, like, deign to serve others? They have no agency, they have no engagement in their own life.
Yeah, I can imagine that. They're called the working class.
Boys.
Hoo-hee, hoo-hoo.
And then just like smash cut to like me in front of a camera saying, "I'm sorry, working class."
But they possess a will powerful enough to guide the Legion. If you would claim to be among
I said yes before he even finished talking.
your trial,
It's like, oh, okay, well, you're ready to go, huh?
Well, I see you have the leather cape. Anyone who wears a leather cape is ready to fuck.
the Arisen must possess the valor to stand against all threats, a tireless spirit of self-improvement.
Yes, I know. Good guy hero, kill dragon slay.
Get experience, become stronger, all that good stuff.
I guess you want me to click status, so I will. I'm good, thank you.
A strange power emanates from within.
Wonder how many of these people I could slay before the local constabulary will take me out.
You know, the answer might surprise you. It might be none.
I recognize you.
Ought to say so?
More like Mercedes nuts. Woohoo!
Tanner!
Sorry, that's actually the second time I've said that joke today. It's surprising, I know. I was like, wow, I can't believe that fate hath given me this chance twice.
Did I just pick up dragon spit?
It's a good seasoning.
Delish. Doo-ba-doo. Ooh, I'm gonna enlist.
Tis a humbler structure than I'd imagined.
Save your talk for the captain.
I hadn't even said a single word yet.
Save your talk, it says to the silent protagonist.
Getting Oblivion vibes from this whole thing.
You're not wrong. I think it's just the faces of the people. They have that Oblivion sort of luster to them. Kind of the dirty faces.
The beast comes! Hurry!
Oh, again with this shit? Well, this time I'm prepared. I have a leather cape.
What if it's like, you know, this monster comes and tries to, you know, stab us in the heart, and it's like, wait, where is it? Oh, has your heart already been eaten? I'm sorry, this is really embarrassing.
Everyone only gets one. I'm not really going to put that on VG Advisor. It's kind of obvious.
It's true, we all have a map in our pocket now called a cell phone.
It hits friend and foe alike. It must be taken down.
I wonder if we were able to, like, shoot it in its big eye or something.
I will give it a shot, mate, but I don't know about you. I think chances are slim to none.
Now, I just noticed when it roared, it had what looked like almost exactly the mark from Berserk on its head. So, that was, interesting.
Oh, it's a good job I can't aim.
The good news is we can just stay far and far away.
Kill it, Rock. As you take damage, the amount of health you can recover through magic also decreases. You got it.
Oh, so it's white health from fighting games. That makes sense. What with the Capcom and all.
Whoa, where do these combos come from? Whatever. I'm good. I'm leveling up.
Hey, and leveling up restores your health, which is one of my favorite mechanics in video games. Leads to some hype moments.
Attack the leg. Combo.
He hates it. Oh, I see what you're doing.
Oh, this is cool. He died before I really got to do anything there, but at least I can say I climbed an ogre today. Damn, that's one shiny ass.
It's kind of flat, though.
Okay, the organization's involved now, Jesus Christ. Actually, it looks more like Palpatine. So, same thing, really.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's gonna be very quickly that those two worlds collide, and nothing will prepare us for that.
Crates may hold altered use.
Okay.
Boxes are useful, he says.
Look at all these things that it dropped. Nice. Beast steak, I'll have a bit of that. Ugh. I mean, you do poop yourself when you die, but...
It is true. Every fluid leaves your body in some way or another.
Alright, let's go report back, and I think that'll do me for a dodge.
And he'd be like, oh, you killed that guy? But he was coming to trade with us. What, you don't know the rules of this fantasy universe yet? It's like, oh no!
Fools. Why'd you turn into, like, fucking Pee-wee there for a second?
Sometimes my voice does that. It's a condition called funny voice YouTuberitis.
Ah, you said the word, ah! Ekbal, located in the command headquarters, provides many different support functions. Oh, Ekbal is a person. Sorry.
No, it's a concept that one must confront.
But we offer more than simple lodging. We can safeguard your belongings.
Bit more oomph, please. Come on. That cravat really belies a man who is not really all that enthralled with his job. 300 fucking G? Fine. Insert Breath of the Wild music here.
It's like he just, like, gives you a little blanket and says, well, we don't have a room in the back. You gotta sleep in the front here.
Let's see. Quests, status, offenses, defenses, skills, condition. You are normal.
Mm-hmm, that's good.
So how do I apply these things, then? It's too late in the quick look.
With that, your trial is complete.
You must now pay for Windroar.
You are the Arisen in truth, proven beyond any doubt.
I mean, your pawn and the other guys kind of did most of the work there. You just clung to the thing at the end. And that basically means you killed it.
They shall serve you.
Alright. Yeah. Don't attack others. Don't be a nuisance. Pawn customization.
So this is now where you make your dedicated pawn who will serve you forever and will be your, send off online.
Alright, waifu it is.
And you know what moniker you have to give her, right?
I don't, actually.
Go to the letter S.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I saw it there! It's right at the top! Yes!
Pick one, Tanner.
Actually, the first one looked good.
Yeah, that's fun. Ooh, questions. What the fuck?
Oh, this is cool.
When faced with danger, which trait would you most value in a follower?
Oh, it's gotta be the charisma.
When in battle, or while in battle, which strategy would you prefer your follower employ?
Kill everyone, obviously.
Your follower rescues your party and turns the tide of the entire battle. What would you have them say?
Oh, I want to do the final blow, so do the now Master Strike, the final blow.
As a ruler, which gift would please you most?
The perfect spouse.
Select a vocation, fighter, strider, or mage.
You know what? Let's just get a fighter. Someone who can do the dirty work up front while we are away with the bow.
Seek information in the daytime. Duly noted.
I like how a lot of these loading screen things are like just general advice for life.
Yeah, kind of. Pictured Tanner finally activating the dimensional merge and bringing Saber into the real world.
We do it.
Our fealty is sworn to you, Arisen.
I kinda don't need you anymore, Rook, I'm gonna be honest.
Well, you do get, like your pawn stays with you the whole game, but Rook and other ones will join you for a bit, and then,
Oh god, I'm sorry. Like, I got a close-up on that guy in his new gear, and I just thought of Liam.
Oh, no, you can't say that, because it's too true.
No, like a more masculine Liam, no offense.
You're right, you're right.
Oh, haven't been recognized, you get it. Yeah, okay, cool, yeah. Addition, yeah, cool. Good stuff. Oh god, now he's just throwing shit at me. You will be provided with quizzes throughout the game.
I like that. That's a good thing.
Okay, guys, I think we're going to end things here, because I sense a lot of, like, open stuff coming up now. So, here's everyone who's currently pledged. I actually enjoyed this a lot. I like the aesthetic. The combat is very easy to get into. I like the pawn system. I like how pretty much everything is, like, voice acted. Granted, you know, there's not many high-end animations to go along with it, so they could get away with that. But, yeah, I like what I've seen so far, mate. What do you think?
Yeah, looking at this, it looks actually like quite a bit of fun. I can't really get into Western RPGs quite a bit because there's like a level of Western jank that I can't handle, namely doing the circle test of if you spin the control stick in a circle, does your character actually walk in a circle? I hate that in games that don't do that. But this looks like a really good, yeah, like you're doing the circle test. You can do it in this. In Skyrim, you can't. This really looks like a fun sort of, you know, pick up and play classical RPG.
Ah, you're trying to activate story when it's the end of a quick look? Nah, I don't think so, mate. I don't think so. Alright, guys, if you want your own Patreon quick look, where we take at least a 20-minute look at a game that may or may not have ever come to HFC in the first place, and maybe turn into a playthrough down the line if A, there's enough demand, or B, enough want from me. Sometimes those two collide, sometimes they don't. It's one or the other. Just hit up patreon.com/HellfireComms. Every penny helps to keep HFC running, and the majority of the pledge goes towards picking up the game. Anyway, the rest is to pay the co-comms for their time and such, if you want a little breakdown of how this stuff works. We'll see you next time for another HellfireComms Patreon Quick Look. Bye-bye.